Shivaya. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear Vaishnavas, for joining. So grateful to all of you for your kind association. This world is called Sansar, right? Because every moment something is happening here. That's the meaning of samsar. Bhavasagar, Sansar. And today is also people celebrate Earth Day. Actually, every day is meant for Mother Earth, but people celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day, which are also meant to be done every day, or Guru Day, Guru Purnima. But still, it's a moment to rethink or spend some quality time in understanding about Mother Earth and expressing gratitude to Mother Earth, right? Imagine if we live in a house, we have to pay rent, right? For the tenure we stay, 1 year, 2 year, 1 month, right? You have to pay. You stay in a hotel, you have to pay the price there. We have been on Mother Earth, we didn't pay the rent. She didn't ask for rent. Imagine how much past due must be. A lot. Every day we're standing, right, on Earth, sitting, sleeping, whatever. And today also an unfortunate incident happened. Some of you may know that some anti, you know, social people killed. Around 30 people were killed in a terrorist attack in India, in Jammu Kashmir area. It's very, very unfortunate, and that these things happen because of religious bias or social bias, and basically to prove that I am better, and if you're not following my path, then you don't deserve to be on this world. Mother Earth did not is bearing them. Mother Earth is bearing everyone. Mother Earth is also bearing those people who were involved in killing these innocent people. But when the human takes the decision in their hands, then becomes a lot of problem. So we must certainly pray. One of the someone sent me that one of the guys was living right here in Tampa. He was working in Tampa. He was from Kolkata. He was he had gone to India for a family, trip to see his family in Kolkata. He went for a vacation in Jammu Kashmir to spend some days. He was on H-1B visa, the single, earner, had a small child, like 4 or 5 years old. The family went for a vacation, and unfortunately, he was killed there. This is Sansara. He must be around 35 or 40 at max. He would have never thought that this would have happened to him. None of his family members thought or wanted this to happen, but this is so. Um, this is what we call the Dukhalayam Shashvatam. It's very unfortunate that this happened. So let's keep in prayers those people who and their families who got affected with this terrible, terrible incident. Let's take a moment to pray for all those souls. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. May Lord Krishna give them shelter at his lotus feet and give the strength to all the family and associate members to give the strength to bear the loss of their dear ones. Haribol. Today, I was hearing a class by His Grace Gauranga Prabhu, and this topic struck me. So I thought, let's talk about that. Everyone in this world wants what? Money, Lakshmi, right? When people say, oh, Lakshmi Pati, right? Refers to wealthy person, right? Or ultimately, Lakshmi Pati is Krishna, Vishnu. But generally, everyone does Lakshmi Puja. Even they forget everything else but Lakshmi Puja. Why? Because everyone wants Lakshmi. So, His Grace Gauranga Prabhu was mentioning from the Vedic Shastra the 8 types of Lakshmi. Is anyone interested to know the 8 types of Lakshmi? That's what we advertised in the topic.
Yes, Prabhuji. Definitely.
Thank you. So let's do this, and then we will focus on one of the first of the 8 Lakshmis, that is the Adi Lakshmi. The number 1 is Adi Lakshmi, referring to Mother Earth. So having resources primarily the nature. These days, everyone is exploiting nature to the best they can. But Mother Earth is Lakshmi, Adi Lakshmi. So referring to earth, water, air, fire, ether, sun, moon, being able to breathe pure, being able to have pure water is not, unfortunately, it's getting rarer. Nothing is pure, right? So this is a mindset shift that we should not just consider money as Lakshmi, but in the olden days, as we know, that land was, the resources here referring to pure air. We should be grateful that we are able to breathe air. In some cities in the world, their population is so much that even if someone is not smoking, it's equivalent to smoking 3 cigarettes a day, passive smoking. Millions of people don't have access to pure water because humans are exploiting like anything. So we'll talk more about Earth later, but the second Lakshmi is Dhairya Lakshmi. Dhairya means patience. Utsaha nishchay dhairya tat tat karma pravartana sanga tyago sato vritte shanna bhakti sat uttama. These are the qualities which help to advance one in bhakti. And dhairya is one. So dhairya is also Lakshmi. Dhairya is very much required to be successful in any aspect of life, especially spiritual life. It's not an overnight process. So dhairya, having dheeraj, having that patience is also opulence or Lakshmi. Number 3, Santan Lakshmi. Santan here refers to not literally children, but refers to having good people. Good people in our lives, trustworthy people, trustworthy friends, faithful people, or in company, you can call it like good HR, good human resources. What's the biggest asset of the company? Good people. If the people are bad, a big company can, just fall on the ground. But if the people are good, they can revive the company, 360 degree, right? They can make a big difference. So having, like, for a king, it's the praja. For, in a family, or these days brothers are fighting, friends are fighting, relationships are breaking at just a moment of misunderstanding and momentarily, even a small, like just a needle is sufficient to break a relationship these days. And that's what is happening. And like a needle prick, and relationship collapses. Why? Because we don't have the Santan Lakshmi, we don't have the Dhiraj Lakshmi. The qualities are going down. So having good people, trustworthy people, faithful people, reliable people is also a Lakshmi. That's number 3. Number 4 is Vijay Lakshmi. Vijay means victory. Many people try many endeavors, but very few are able to achieve success. As we discussed in one of the articles also, yes, hard work is essential. Yes, we get what we put in. But that Vijay Lakshmi, Krishna's blessings, Lakshmi's blessings need to be there so that we can achieve success in our accomplishments, any aspect. Many people study a lot, they're not able to pass or get, like academic success, or many people, they do very little work, but somehow the results come a lot. You're in which category? Category 1, do a lot of work and get less results, or you're in category 2? You can put in the comment. You do a lot of work. Um, so one category 1 is you do a lot of work but get little results. Category 2 is you do little work, but by Krishna's mercy, you get a lot of results. Right? That is Vijay Lakshmi. Krishna's mercy is there. Vijay Lakshmi is there. Right? And actually, it's mentioned in the life of devotees. Krishna, even if they were in the category 1 in the past, by practicing bhakti, they'll naturally come in category 2. This is mentioned in the Bhagavatam in the Gajendra story. Sorry, the Samudra Manthan story. Just before the Samudra Manthan begins, this dialogue comes. The materialistic people do a lot of hard work, they get little results. Devotee do little hard work, get a lot of results. Vijay Lakshmi. Because Krishna, if someone is worshipping Krishna, Krishna and Lakshmi is very chaste, right? Won't she assist? Absolutely. So number 4 is Vijay Lakshmi. Number 5, Vidya Lakshmi. Number 5 is Vidya Lakshmi. Vidya means knowledge, intelligence, knowledge. So having clarity of mind, having ideas, right thoughts, right intelligence at the right time. सबके बस की बात नहीं होती, right? Vidya Lakshmi, Krishna. So these are also considered, So when we talk about Lakshmi, we should not just consider money as, in fact, money is the last. Money is there, but it's the last. It's not. Number 6 is Dhanya Lakshmi. Dhanya refers to grains. As we know, in the olden days, Krishna is the Mother Leela, the barter system. Krishna brought some grains to get the fruits. So Dhanya, see what, Prabhupada mentioned this in multiple places. What will the big factories do if there are no grains? Prabhupada, encouraged on this self-sustaining model, right? On this like farm communities, cow protection, etc. Dhanya, very important. That includes grains, it includes fruits, vegetables, which come from Mother Earth, food, milk, right? Dhanya, all types of grains, so many types of grains, wheat, rice, jowar, bajra, millets, so many grains are there, so many spices, herbs. We can't eat plastic, we can't eat nuts and bolts, we can't eat aluminium, we can't eat, gold. We need dhanya. This is also Lakshmi. Number 7 is Gaja Lakshmi. Gaja literally means elephant, but again, it's not like a literal meaning, but here it means like bovine, cattle, cows, goats. other different forms of livestock. Mm. Unfortunately, so many slaughterhouses, so many species of animals are killed. Cows, other species are also hens, chickens, fishes. People just have become so selfish, eating for their own tongue. It's very unfortunate. Not in like almost every day, some of people are, or what to speak, every day, sometimes multiple times a day, just to satisfy our tongue, which can be easily satisfied with other resources like dhanya. Why should we torture innocent animals, innocent creatures? They're also part of this creation. They're also part of Krishna. They're also our brothers and sisters. Why? Because Gauranga Prabhu was mentioned in India, there were 150 crores at the time of independence, about 60 years back, 70 years back. Now there are only 9 crores. So considerable. The humans were less at that time in India. I don't know the exact count. Humans have like 10 times. Like, I don't know the exact numbers, but the cows have reduced like 1/15. Humans have grown like 15 times. Therefore this imbalance is happening in nature. And the last is the Lakshmi, which we all know very well, or everyone is interested in that, is the dollar, rupee, paisa. And I have heard in the other classes, Prabhuji didn't mention specifically in the Ashtalakshmi, the two other Lakshmis which I was thinking. One is health, very, very important. What good is that person who has $1 million or $1 billion, but is in coma? Will anyone want? Okay, $1 billion, but in a coma. No one will want that, right? So good health, maintaining that good health, you know, is also Lakshmi, right? As we, have read or heard in the past when health was, and in the last actually, is qualities, guna. So we talked about Dheeraj, right? Dhyarya Lakshmi. So we can also link qualities, the qualities, tolerance, compassion, kindness, equipoised. These are very, very, and qualities of a great sage, very important qualities. That's also Lakshmi. What good is a person with $1 billion but always unkind, very, very proud, very, very um, ruthless to everyone? Will anyone want to be in the sangha? No. So these are 8 or 10 different types of Lakshmi. And ultimately, if we worship Lakshmi Pati, it is Krishna, everything will follow. Hmm. I'll pause for a few moments and take some thoughts and some reflection so far, and then we'll talk about Earth. Anyone has thoughts, comments here? Want to share?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Just on that question of meat eating, like I have heard many people saying that, oh, if they don't eat, what will, like, who will clean them? And those are the moments like I don't want even to further engage in the conversation, but just wanted to check, is that the right approach? Like it, to not to get into the argument with people who thinks like that.
Depends who is asking, right?
Hmm.
Depends on, there's no like one answer to some questions. Sometimes you have to see the mood also. how the question is asked. Is it asked in a very challenging and a way to prove that yes, they know everything, they are right, what they are doing is right, and they are fully convinced about it? Then, then, and even the best person in the world cannot convince them. Who am I?
Mm-hmm.
But if they have a different mood, your points are valid, but I have this question genuinely. I've been thinking of doing, not doing, but I have this genuine question that if I don't eat them, then the world will become disoriented. There will be imbalance of animals versus humans, and I'm concerned about that. So I feel you know more. Please tell me. You see, same question they asked, but in a much different way. Hmm. Then we can explain. Or you have to see the mood, like if they are challenging and like trying to defeat the public debate or something. Sometimes, you know, we can be assertive also. It depends on the nature also, right? Of nature of every individual, every devotee. If they're trying to challenge, like a public debate, then might be worth answering. But sometimes in most situations, I would say if someone is asking this question, they're fully kind of like 80% convinced or maybe 100% convinced, and they just want to prove themselves that they are right. If that's the mood, even Krishna cannot help them understand, right? Who am I? So at that point, we can pray and say, okay, forget about all that. Hare Krishna. Can you chant Hare Krishna once? Forget about everything. You do what you want. That's your choice. I'm not encouraging, right? You take this book, chant Hare Krishna, and take this little prasad. So what you have done, you have intercepted in their journey, like Narad Muni did for Mrigari. Mrigari was fully convinced also that what he was doing was right. But Narad Muni's interception made a change in his life's trajectory. So the prasadam's intervention, the holy name's intervention will lead to change. And people do change. We cannot expect change immediately, but yes, things. Does it help, Mataji? Any thought?
Yes, Prabhuji, definitely it helps. Yeah, unfortunately, in my cases, I have like received mostly when people are trying to prove they're right, and I didn't have much scope of saying anything further, so I just kept quiet, like most of the time, of course. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Sometimes you can be humorous also. Wow, if you would not have been there, the world would have been so much in imbalance, huh? Right?
Yes.
Depends on the context, right? Thank you for maintaining. Oh, looks like you're maintaining a lot of balance in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can be witty, you can be humorous, and you can say, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and pray to Krishna to let the right words come at the right time.
Ji, ji, Prabhuji.
Ultimately help in there. The goal is to not defeat them. The goal is to win their heart and give them Krishna. You see what will be best for that.
Mm-hmm.
And arguing, debating is never anyone, opens their heart. You give something. Give cookie, give some banana, give prasad. Okay, Hare Krishna. Can you do Hare Krishna? Okay, so for world peace and happiness, forget about. Okay, for the welfare, for the balance of the world, which you're doing, you're being instrumental in helping. That's what you're saying. Let's do a prayer to continue that balance. Although you're doing a main important part, but let's do a prayer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so win the heart, and that's what I was hearing in the link I sent. It's always. His Radhesham Prabhu asked question to Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He said, very nice point. First lose, then win forever. Right? If you have not heard that class, please hear. I've shared that link. First, Maharaj, everyone was like, because Radhesham Prabhu was telling this. Maharaj, everyone is telling me, hey, you can't put Shiva in your altar and you can't worship Shiva and this and that. Like, and he was new at that time, like recently. And he went to Maharaj. Maharaj, can I continue worshipping Shiva? Do some Rudra puja and Gita and Rudra some prayers? He was expecting Maharaj will say no because that's what everyone was saying. Maharaj said, yeah, you can continue. And like dil pighal gaya bolte. He lost. He like Maharaj, like in that case, what happened? Like from external perspective, Adisham Prabhu's like point was okay, he's right. Everyone else was saying he was wrong, but Maharaj like took a lower position, took a humble position. First lose, and then he said, Maharaj later said, he gave the example after some more conversation and like watering the tree example. You can do it, but there is no need. Hmm? And then he said, he won my heart. So I really like that example and very good for relationships. And that's what we say. What's the use of winning an argument? Won the argument, relationship dead, argument won. It's like operation successful, patient dead. So sensitivity is very important. Yes, Babu Prabhu, you have a thought addition, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavanam. Yeah, Prabhu. Regarding Lakshmi perspective, when any Vaishnavas comes and they bring auspiciousness or the positive vibration we feel. So definitely, when Vaishnavas we interact or association, it's kind of Lakshmi Devi is also not there. That's what I felt. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's actual real Lakshmi. Having good sadhu sangha, having, that's like paramartha, like pure prema mumartho mahan. Having a chance to read Bhagavatam, having a chance for Vaishnava Sangha. Lakshmana, Lakshmi Sampanna, it is mentioned in the Ramayana. Lakshmana, Lakshmi Sampanna. What Lakshmi that Lakshman had? He was in the forest, didn't get chance to sleep, didn't get chance to eat 14 years non-stop, 24/7. What was the Lakshmi he had? The service of Lord Ram and Mother Sita, 24/7. Personal secretary, personal cook, personal making cottage and bodyguard and whatnot. Every aspect he was serving them. Gave up his life. I mean, like fully dedicated, following brahmacharya, following, he didn't even he was fully absorbed. That's real Lakshmi. Thank you for sharing that. Any other thoughts, comments? Okay, so now we'll read one verse from Bhagavad Gita and quickly study this. It's okay. Let's do this. 7.4. Since I've spoken a lot, maybe all of you can read and share. So, anyone wants to read the verse and a little bit, like all of you can read at least one paragraph. Anyone wants to read the verse translation? Yes, Martha, please.
भूमिरपो नलो वायु हम मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकारैति यं मे भिन्न प्रकृतिरष्टधा. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego Altogether, these 8 constitute my separated material energies. Purport by Sri Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The science of God analyzes the constitutional position of God and his diverse energies. Material nature is called Prakriti or the energy of the Lord in his different Purusha incarnations, expansions, as described in the Narada Pancharatra, one of the Satvata Tantras. विष्णुस्तु त्रीणि रूपाणि पुरुषाख्यानि अथो विदु एकं तु महता सृष्टिर्द्वितीयं त्वण्डसं संस्थितं तृतीयं सर्वभूतस्थं तानि ज्ञात्वा विमुच्यते. For material creation, Lord Krishna's plenary expansion assumes 3 Vishnus. The first one, Mahavishnu, creates the total material energy known as the Mahat Tattva. The second, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, enters into all the universes to create diversities in each of them. The third, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, is diffused as the all-pervading super soul in all the universes and is known as Paramatma. He is present even within the atoms. Anyone who knows these 3 Vishnus can be liberated from material entanglement.
Anyone else wants to read the next paragraph? There are 2 more paragraphs, so more devotees can read. Anjalali Devi, you want to read? Neeta
Hare
Mata?
Krishna.
Yeah, please go ahead.
This material world is a temporary manifestation of one of the energies of the Lord. All the activities of the material world are directed by these 3 Vishnu expansions of Lord Krishna. These Purushas are called incarnations. Generally, one who does not know the science of God, Krishna, assumes that this material world is for the enjoyment of the living entities, and that the living entities are the Purushas, the causes, controllers, and enjoyers of the material energy. According to Bhagavad Gita, this atheistic conclusion is false. In the verse under discussion, it is stated that Krishna is the original cause of the material manifestation. Srimad Bhagavatam also confirms this. The ingredients of the material manifestation are separated energies of the Lord. Even the Brahma Jyoti, which is the ultimate goal of the impersonalists, is a spiritual energy manifested in the spiritual sky. There are no spiritual diversities in the Brahma Jyoti as there are in the Vaikuntha Lokas. And the impersonalist accepts this Brahma Jyoti as the ultimate eternal goal. The Paramatma manifestation is also a temporary, all-pervasive aspect of the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. The Paramatma manifestation is not eternal in the spiritual world. Therefore, the factual absolute truth is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. He is the complete energetic person, and he possesses different, separated, and internal energies. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anita Mataji or Babu Prabhu, any one of you are? Yes, Mataji,
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
please.
In the material energy, the principal manifestations are 8, as above mentioned. Out of these, the first 5 manifestations, namely earth, water, fire, air, and sky, are called the 5 gigantic creations or the gross creations, within which the 5 sense objects are included. They are the manifestations of physical sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. Material science comprises these 10 items and nothing more. But the other 3 items, namely mind, intelligence, and false ego, are neglected by the materialists. Philosophers who deal with mental activities are also not perfect in knowledge because they do not know the ultimate source, Krishna. The false ego, I am, and it is mine, which constitute the basic principle of material existence, includes 10 sense organs for material activities. Intelligence refers to the total material creation called the Mahatattva. Therefore, from the 8 separated energies of the Lord are manifest the 24 elements of the material world, which are the subject matter of Sankhya atheistic philosophy. They are originally offshoots from Krishna's energy and are separated from him, but atheistic Sankhya philosophers with a poor fund of knowledge do not know Krishna as the cause of all causes. The subject matter for discussion in the Sankhya philosophy is only the manifestation of the external energy of Krishna as it is described in the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Back to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, everyone, for reading. Let's take some thoughts. What did we read? What struck us from this few passages we read from Gita 7.4? Anything struck you? Caught your attention specifically? Yes, Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat. Yeah, I think it's as then in the last paragraph mentioned. So Krishna is the cause of cause, all the causes. But no, here the Sankhya philosopher, no, they only focus on the external material perspective and the five Panchabhutas and mind, ego, and intelligence. All those things are very important. And where when it is more subtler, for example, is mind or intelligence or false ego, it's very difficult to control. But if it is not in a subtler or it is kind of gross, it's easy to control. So it's very difficult for us to know realize that the mind and intelligence and controlling also very difficult. So that's what my understanding, Prabhu. More subtler, it's very difficult to control.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Here, Krishna is mentioning that all these are his external energy. Bhinna Prakriti Ashtadha. What are the 8 elements mentioned here? Bhumi. What's Bhumi? Earth, right? Bhumi. Apa. What is Apa? Bhumir Apo. Anyone knows?
Anger
Anger.
or ego? No.
Here the meaning is water. Have you heard the word Dvipa?
Mm-hmm. Island.
Island. Yes. So it's basically
Mm-hmm.
Apa. Dvipa. Dwa or Pa. So basically surrounded by water on both
Oh.
sides. That's how the word Dvipa comes. So Apa here means water. Bhumir Apan Anala. Anala.
Another.
Fire. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Vayu. Easy one.
Air.
Yeah.
Air. Come. Come.
Come. I don't know.
Yes. Ether. Like Khaga. Have you heard the word Khaga? Khaga. Birds are called
Khaga
Khaga.
is bird.
Yeah. Khaga is Khargosh.
Khaga is our referent birds. Kha is air or ether. Ether. Ga means they move.
Oh.
So ether. Mana. Bhumir apo nalo vayu kham mana. Easy. Mind. Buddhi. Intelligence. And the last is ahankara. False ego. And what is Prabhupada saying? The biggest one, as Prabhupada was saying, it's the hardest. The tendency to become the proprietor and the enjoyer and master. Krishna is the supreme proprietor, supreme enjoyer, supreme controller, Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. But unfortunately, the jiva gets that and wants to dominate others, wants to control, right? Dhrita Rashtra. Dhrita means accumulate, Rashtra means nation. I want to accumulate every territory under me. Everything should be mine. I, me, and mine. This is the biggest ahankara. That I'm the best, everything is mine, everything should be mine, and if it's not, I'll, by hook or crook, try to steal. This is unfortunately the modern day propaganda. Is it not? Everyone is just wants to enjoy, or selfishly without thinking of others. But as Vaishnavas, as devotees of Krishna, we have a responsibility. Or as even forget about even Vaishnavas, yes, even like good citizen has some responsibility. A good person has some responsibility, like some civil responsibility. Like don't throw litter here and there. Follow the traffic rules, right? Don't as will. There are so many rules we need to follow as a good citizen. Shouldn't we follow the rules of the Supreme Lord and try to be part of the solution? These days, unfortunately, Mother Earth is being exploited in so many ways. What all you think how Mother Earth and the resources are exploited? Can you name a few ways by which things are, not going in good direction? Resources are being exploited.
Prabhuji, there are so many examples. The one on top of my head is excessive drilling for oil.
Drilling for oil. Okay, I'll write. You all can share. So this is called Ugra Karma. Ugra Karma. Drilling. So many other activities like huge factories, etc. Right?
Deforestation, cutting the
Deforestation.
trees.
Yes, so that will all come in the same category called Ugra Karma. So deforestation also I can mention here. What else? How are we Earth's exploitation? That's the point in current times. How is it happening? These are some. What else?
More.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying usage of excessive fertilizers in growing up the crops.
Excessive use of chemicals, you can say, like so
Yeah.
many chemicals, fertilizers, GMOs, right? Isn't it very unfortunate that first we had everything good? Like there was nothing called organic, inorganic like 50 years back. Was there something? No one was using chemicals. They were using natural like cow dung and manures and then we started using chemicals, spray with chemicals, get a bigger cabbage, bigger banana, bigger orange, bigger this, they're like punched up with chemicals. The food, people are very fond of eating food, street foods and stuff. Nothing but chemicals. You may have seen some videos are floating these days like paneer. They're selling in India or even here, everywhere it's happening. So many of these big companies, Monsanto, like genetically modified, the original things are going. And now we have created like such a upside down environment, and now people say, well, take organic, it has less chemicals. Isn't that unfortunate? That's what we were talking about, the Lakshmi, Adi Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, the 8 types of Lakshmi. Excessive use of fertilizers, chemicals, etc. Right? Artificial means, GMOs, right? What else? You can talk about the process, or you can talk about the mentality also. The biggest mentality here is greed, right? There is enough for everyone's need, but not enough for one man's greed. Food wastage, tons and tons, and millions of tons of food is wasted especially, I was a chaperone. Chaperone? How many of you know what chaperone? It's like a mentor, you can say. In college, I was a chaperone for small kids, like kids camp, like a small, like part-time job I was doing. So they took us the kids to, kids being they were small, like 10 years, 12 years. And I was in a college doing masters. So they took to like the Niagara Falls, Buffalo area. And everyone ordered food. The kids ordered food, since it was like dinner time. And there was I was coming from India, and India, still there is less wastage relatively, but here it's on a different scale. Anyone and everyone who ordered the food, whatever they ordered, I'm not going into all the details, but no one finished even half of what they ordered. So they left 30%, 40%, 50%, 70% food and all that in the dumpster, right? So there is so much wastage, and some wastage is created artificially, but some through habits, some through culture, some through different means. Food wastage, it's a lot. What else is happening?
Maybe pollution?
Pollution is more like an outcome, but what is the habit which is leading to that? What are the humans doing which is leading to pollution?
Yeah.
It's basically animal slaughter, right?
Yeah.
Animal slaughter is a thing which humans are doing. Mass slaughterhouses, millions and millions of cattle slaughtered. And deforestation is also leads to pollution. Greed leads to pollution. Not connecting with nature. Unfortunately, people think that's cool, but we have come far away from nature. If you ask someone, even in India or like a young person, where does the milk come from? They'll say it comes from Publix or Kroger or from Walmart. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. It's from the can. You don't know the cows giving milk because no one gets chance to see cows. No one gets chance to be with them. No one gets chance to connect to the roots, Mother Nature. It's very, very healing. And I'll talk about it in the next step actually. Any other thoughts coming, like how things are going wrong?
Correction, Prabhu. I think the entire reason for this maybe false ego, where falsely identifying themselves as no kind of owner, and falsely spending their energy in false items, and everything kind of much false identification or false ego, where because of the greed comes, and greed is a major thing, and do not have empathy on other living entities. So it's all the either attitude or the kind of behaviors, everything changes because of this false ego. That's what I understand.
Ego, basically me-centric society. To hell with the others, I need to be happy. To hell with the future, I need to like enjoy, right? That's basically ego. I'm the center. I'm the focus. Thank you. All these are very valid points. Let's now focus on solutions. Now, there are many, many solutions. We will talk not about just theoretical solutions, my dear friends. We'll talk about something which you and I can do as an individual. First of all, to connect with Earth better, to become more responsible, and to become an instrument of change. We're not talking about, like ban the slaughterhouses. Yeah, great solution, but can you and I do it? Probably not. Hmm? So, that's still a solution, but I would like to hear more from you, like more things maybe you and I can do on a um, circle of concern is the bigger one, and the circle of influence is the smaller circle, what we have like capacity to do. Any thoughts like how we can be part of solution to be more mindful about Mother Earth, more caring about Mother Earth, etc. What all can we do as an individual?
Prabhuji, we can help with the initiatives that provide awareness towards this cause.
Okay, so create awareness, you can say. Very nice. By your example, by there are so many initiatives like Govardhan Eco Village. If you have not been, I would highly, highly recommend to go. Or there's so many other Prabhupada encouraged like sustainable living. Even in Alachua, they have some aspect of that. So create awareness of importance of Mother Earth. And protection, right? What else? Very important, like follow a vegetarian diet. It's very, very important. We don't want to be an instrument. These all of you may be already doing it nicely, but still it's important. So we can create awareness of that also. It's very important. So we don't become a part of problem, we become part of solution. What else?
The usage of plastic bag, Prabhuji, that should be completely banned. And the plastic bottles, like even though I'm saying this, but yeah, still not able to implement it. This is something on a very at the list we could do it.
Yeah. So at least try to minimize it. That's what we call like our carbon footprint, right? Right. If things are near, use like walk and plastics and what else? Um, Plastic bottles, plastic containers, plastic so many things like microplastics are there. So we can minimize it, if not fully eliminate it. The amount of resources an average American is using, the amount of resources an average American is using, if the rest of the world starts using the same amount of resources, we would need 4 Earths to fulfill their demand, the current population. Are you following this? So the amount of, and we can see in them, like in 1 week they have like dumpsters piling like overfull. Like itna kachra kahan se aa gaya? It's like what is going on? Like so much kachra. The dumpsters are like filled like every week is like overflowing. Culture of waste, culture of like use and throw, use partially throw. So we can minimize plastics, very, very important. And be mindful of ingredients. Whatever products we are using, whether it's food, whether it's cosmetics, whether it's any other thing, milk, even in the like so many people use these like breakfast cereals, but so much chemicals go in there. So we should be mindful of use All these companies, big companies, are not meant to improve our health. They're meant to improve their money. So we have to be mindful of what kind of ingredients are we using. One very important thing which I want to emphasize: connect with nature. You'll feel so happy. How many of you like connecting with nature? It could be water, it could be walk in the forest, it could be a trail hike, it could be going to a beach, it could be going to hill station, it could be bathing in the river, it could be so many things. It could be spending time with cows, it could be just recently I went to a beach just by myself. I put my phone in the car because phone is distracting. Early morning, 7 a.m. I reached there, driving for like 45 minutes and spent 3 hours. And those 3 hours were so joyful, happy, productive, and connecting with sun, connecting with earth, beach sand, connecting with water, connecting with Krishna, of course, chanting and connecting with myself, doing exercise. Um, Bathing in the water was so healing, and I had some knee pain. It was so blissful walking on the beach. Water, it could be walk in the nature, it could be, spending time in nature, connecting to the roots, or also called as grounding, humility, humus. The word humus means earth. It means ground, right? So humility means mm, it's very it's all linked. So, so we must spend time, and then that's how we'll understand more. We'll take time to know what's going around. That we have also a responsibility towards Mother Earth. What else? Any other thoughts which you feel will help us as an individual and help Mother Earth? All these things, you see, Earth is like a mother. If you take care of your mother, the mother will give you unlimited more. All these things are actually not helping Mother Earth. They're helping us more than anyone else. Is it not? Just think about, if we follow a vegetarian diet, who is benefiting? We are benefiting. If we minimize plastics, who is benefiting? We are benefiting. Because those are going in our, body and causing havoc, chemicals. So again, I understand that there are a lot of things probably else support, cows and etc. Do our best, and we will see that it's not only going to help Mother Earth, it will help us. Because mother, you take care of the mother will always in the giving mood. Mother is kind, mother is forgiving. Mother doesn't want anything from the children. But if the children do little thing, mother will reciprocate 100 million times more. So on this Earth Day, let's remember Gita, let's remember Earth is mother. Let's offer our pranams to the mother. Some people, some devotees before they get out of the bed, they offer pranams to the Bhumi Devi. They offer pranams to Krishna, who's the husband of Bhumi Devi, Varadev, right? Varadev lifted Mother Earth on his dust, so he's the Bhumi Devi, his husband. So we must remember that she's giving chance for us to step, play, drive, whatnot. So we must be grateful. She's not asking rent. She's not asked the ticket, but we must be grateful and acknowledge and be mindful, be sensitive, and do our best to be a part of solution. Hare Krishna. Any thoughts, comments before we wrap up? I know it's past 9.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. One more thought came. I'm not sure how it's relevant. Like this body, we tried for a month where instead of eating 3 times, if we eat for 2 times, it's where the energy consumption also less, the dishwashing also less, and I feel that 2 times is sufficient. So it's almost 1 quarter we are almost saving. So this is also maybe one of that, but I am not able to implement it continuously. But just I felt it. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
To take 2 meals instead of 3, is that your...
Yes, Prabhu. I tried for a month, but we could see that no lot of savings from no energy perspective. Even spending water or dishwasher or all those things, we could see that literally, and our body also doesn't need more than the water required. So that's also one thing. But I couldn't continue after a month, but I noticed it, Prabhu. That's one thing. Yeah.
Yes, that's a good point. Ultimately, I mean, I cannot say that as a advice or
Yeah,
as
it's each one has individual.
prescription. Yeah. It's something one has to see for oneself. And if it works, and if one feels happy, nourished, energetic, you know, yeah, generally, like, that's fine. But if someone has a special need or health situation, or, so many situations, so many, like, every body is different, so many complications, maybe there's so many circumstantial things, maybe there, one has to see. But yeah, personally, yes, I agree, and that ultimately alpahara is always going to be, it will help in the health, it will help in resources, and it will help in energy also. One has to feel like if one overeats, no one feels energetic after overeating. They may get a good taste. They may eat like 20 puris or 10 puris or 5 gulab jamuns, but we feel, like, and it's medical, it's scientific also, right? It's, we feel the energy, and it's, we're not like Bhima that will be able to do a lot of work. So yeah, one has to see for oneself. Everyone's bodies is a little bit different, but principally, yes, alpahara is healthier. Thank you. Anyone else? Any thoughts, comments, additions, corrections? Was it okay on this remembering Mother Earth and expressing gratitude to Mother Earth?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, so let's again pray for those souls who lost their body, and those people in this Kashmir attack. By let's pray for them, their families, and let's remember Mother Earth. Sometimes we take things for granted, right? Rose khade hote hain, but we never, sometimes we never even remember, right? That we are, and we take it for granted. So to be more mindful, it's Krishna's energy, so you must use it uh, in an appropriate way, in a reasonable way, and always express gratitude for what we have received. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bhagavad Gita Upanishad ki jai, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.